Welcome to the Midnight Musings Podcast. This evening, we have a very special guest, a man of whom I do not know. I'm just kidding. We've known each other for years. Man, you need no introduction, but you still need an introduction. So who are you? What brings you here?
Dude, I don't know who I am. I ask that every day. Dude, I'm Austin. We've been bros since what?
Since puberty.
Dude,
since like 12.
Dude, literally. It's been what? God, it's coming up to 20 years.
You're aging us now. Come on, dude.
Sorry. But hey, it is what it is. My name's Austin. I am a AGM over at Caesar's Palace, specifically for Vanderpump Cocktail Garden.
And that's Vegas for all you outer staters. You're like, Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
No, not the Coliseum, like actual Roman Coliseum. We're talking about actual Las Vegas Caesar's Palace.
No, it would be a lot cooler if I was over in Rome, doing that stuff. I had to fly out here, just to check them out. So, we're here.
That's how legit we are, yeah.
We're here, baby. We're doing the damn thing. And just thank you for having me on, bro. This is exciting.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, you're going to regret being on here. You're going to be a victim now.
Oh, dude, I'm excited, bro. He's telling me about the casting couch that's over here off the screen, but it's a casting beanbag. So.
Casting beanbag, yeah. Always with a little bit of different finesse, being right in the Strip. The office is in the Strip, so why not, right? But anyway, so in all seriousness, we're both from Vegas, born and raised in Vegas, so I think that there are quite a few big misconceptions about what it's like to live in Vegas. And some people live in Vegas, but they really don't. You live in Henderson.
Yeah, it's
you could spend your whole life there, and if you don't venture back into the Strip area, it's like you basically don't live in Vegas.
Oh, 100%, bro. With my industry that I'm in now, this is my first time ever being in this hospitality, food and beverage industry, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And, dude, my whole life I've lived off the Strip. I've lived, life or doing jobs off the Strip. Stuff that would never really require me to come down here. So my whole life has been changed. So now that I work on the Strip, it's it's just the constant, now it's I'm in the lifestyle of what people think it is. So
right.
It's different for a Las Vegas local because now I'm just well, I guess I do this every night. I am here on the Strip every night watching people get drunk. Maybe I'm drinking a little bit on the job, but this is, that's off the
exactly. You know what? And that's the interesting part too, right? Because people think hospitality, and there's either two major distinctions, right? Yeah, I think hospitality, you think of Hawaii and very mellow vibes. We're just here to take care of the clients and all this kind of stuff.
We're being hospitable,
right? Yeah. Or you think of I don't know, a Motel 6 in the middle of nowhere, and it's you're just paid to stay up all night and exist. But Vegas, right. Completely different on both ends of the spectrum. You could be. Yeah, sure. You could be underground, working, doing some overnight facility stuff underneath the casinos. That's actually a thing, guys. And you could not interact with a single tourist your whole life, even though you'd be underneath on the Strip working. Or you could be like Austin is, you're in the front of it, dude. You get swarmed. Talk to me a little bit about because I feel people don't really understand what is it like, operating a bar space in Vegas.
It's crazy, bro. Like I said, man, this is I don't even know how I ended up in this position. I'm just kind of here, So
it's Vegas, dude. You just exist, and all of a sudden
things happen. Yeah,
it gets thrown at you.
Yeah. So literally, that's pretty much what happened. So. Being the AGM, it's a high-volume cocktail lounge. This place is seeing close to $1 million a month, and it's busy, man. It's just constant talking with people and stuff, and it's just... I've never been such a social person before, but,
right.
This thing kind of makes you get your ass in gear, hey, you got to be social. You got to talk to people. That's just my job now, And honestly, for the lack of a better, way of things coming out, I enjoy it, It's cool. I get to meet new people. You get to be the smartest person in the room because, hospitality industry, I don't know what it is, but you are just dealing with some crazy people, bro. I've seen it all already. I've seen it all. I've seen people piss at the bar.
Everyone is taught, customers always right, customers always right. Listen, no. There's layers of, if you make enough money and you maybe pay off certain people that are in the industry in Vegas, sure, we can make you think that you're right, but there's always limits to it, okay? Listen, if you are not affecting the direct bottom line of the business, and you just, it's your birthday, it's a bachelorette party, listen, you do not matter in the grand scheme of things. 100%. So the customer is not right all the time.
The customer is wrong all the time.
You heard it first. There you go.
But we're all customers. We're all consumers. So, we all have to be wrong every now and then,
Right.
It's okay to be wrong. But just in that instance, you're definitely wrong all the time. So, know that.
I think what's interesting, too, is, you talked about having to be actually hospitable, and I feel that, obviously you see things in media where it's like, oh, you got the mean hotel innkeeper or like the mean, a bar manager, he's just grouchy all the time. Like, listen, you can act cool like that, maybe in Minnesota in the middle of nowhere, and what, maybe it won't affect your bottom line because you're the only bar there in existence. But if you are not seriously finding a way to attract people and to keep them, your little attitude, you're going to be out of business in a month. I mean, that's just, Vegas is so cutthroat, man.
It's 100%. Like, I mean, the standard, I guess, the lifespan of like cocktail lounges and stuff in Vegas on the Strip is like 3-4 years max. And then it gets changed into something else just because it can't withstand or, withhold itself. So, luckily, I mean, Vanderpump, for some reason, it's doing like what? I mean, it's coming up on its 6th year now. So
nice.
It's exceeding its lifespan, so good job. That I don't know what we're doing differently, but hey,
it's all this guy. Shout out this guy.
We just we're schmoozing out here. So
right?
Come and see me, I'll schmooze you. Okay.
You know what? I want to understand about this culture too, because I've been in hospitality as well. But there's different levels to it. Different degrees. Being on the I was in reservations years ago at like properties like Wynn and like Caesar's Palace, but it just doesn't go to the extent of, I don't know, I want to say almost like intentionally dealing with drunk people, and like how do you manage that?
It's like dude, I don't know, bro. It's like I'm a daycare manager, bro. Like I got
assisted living facility,
literally assisted living for people or old people that want to get drunk. So if your grandma's over here getting trashed, that's probably where she's going to be at. It was with me, so. But it's honestly, it's crazy because I'm dealing with my own employees, and then I'm dealing with guests, And my employees are great. They're fantastic. I love every one of them. They make my job a lot easier. So, that's half the battle.
He was paid to say that.
Yeah, I got a gun to the back of my head to say that,
Right.
But no, it really does make the job easier. It creates a good culture, and it's all teamwork at the end of the day. So, the teamwork makes the dream work, So with that being said, then you have to deal with the other side of things, is the guests and the clientele that come through.
Right.
For the most part, they're great. They're fantastic. But at the same time, since we are such a high volume, we're on the Strip, we're like a filter that just collects anything that comes by. So you're getting...
It doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, they're all coming through. I mean, you're getting tourists from all over the place, Europe, everywhere, and even locals too sometimes, and... You just get a wide variety of guests, and with that wide variety, of course, there's going to be some shitty guests that come in, and it's just those are the ones that really make or break you. So
yeah, and I feel like we could talk about the amazing guests, but who wants to hear that, right? Let's Midnight Musings Podcast here. It's a little bit on the deep end. So tell me about. I mean, I'm sure you get some interesting characters. Have you ever gotten some characters where it's just like, you know what? I get a bad feeling about you.
Oh, bro.
I need you out of the facility. Or maybe, you went against your gut feeling. You're like, I'm going to keep you even though I feel like you shouldn't be here. Tell us, man. We want to hear the dirty, bro. Tell us about it.
Start? Man. I've seen it, like I said, bro. I've seen it all. I mean, I can start with one of the most recent ones. I had a lady piss herself at the bar.
Oh,
great. Like at the bar top.
Yeah.
And there was just a puddle of piss just sitting everywhere. And I didn't really see it happen, but I guess what the whole story was. So what happened was, so this lady was sitting with her daughter and her husband.
Okay.
And I guess she got so drunk that she pissed herself. And the daughter and the father or the husband got so embarrassed that they just walked away. Like, I mean... They pretty much abandoned their drunk mother.
They're like, all right,
they left her here. Yeah,
you're done.
Yeah.
You're divorced and you're disowned by your daughter at the same time. You're just a creature.
It's crazy. Exactly, literally. Yeah. So they had to just disperse, and I'm like, I didn't see that part. All I see is this drunk woman trying to leave, and she's just standing in a puddle of piss, and I can smell it because my coworker said it best. She was like, "It smells like ramen over there." I'm like, "Yeah, it does smell like ramen."
Ramen? I never heard that one.
Yeah. So next time you take a piss and you didn't drink enough water, it smells like ramen for sure.
The part, because I'm imagining this, and like my closest thing that I can relate to it is that there's some stupid people in my facility they have their dogs that aren't ready to use the elevator. They can't stand being in the elevator. Tiny dogs, and they just piss in the elevator, and then they just leave. They walk out of the elevator, and I'm just like, did I know? If I didn't notice this, if I noticed that on the spot, you wouldn't be walking, and I would kick your dog. I'd go drop kick your dog, but you can't necessarily do that with a guest. So like, how did you handle this, bro?
I don't know. You can sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the camera's everywhere, guys.
Yeah, the camera's out of view. You know, you definitely can.
For like 1 nanosecond, camera's out of view, and you're just like,
yeah. Well, with this situation specifically, I mean, if you're pissing yourself, of course you're too far gone.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to the lady. We're trying to close her out, and she's like, "I'm trying to pay," and I'm like, "Okay, well, here's the tab right here. It's already in front of you.
Pay and get out of here."
She's like, "Oh, can I pay right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the tab's right here. You just got to put your card or some money on the thing, and then we'll get you going." And then she's just looking at me confused, and she starts crying, and I'm like, "Look, miss, I need you to pay right now." And now she's like, everyone's kind of making this. Well, she's making a scene. Everyone's staring at her. I mean, this lady's covered in piss. She's standing here. Just
what color clothes was she wearing?
Well, that's the thing. So, do you think the piss? Okay, I gotta kind of say this. So when she peed herself,
give us a visual. So
when she peed herself, like you think it would just be on her pants, but she wasn't wearing pants. She was wearing a skirt, so it just went all over the floor. Like it's all over the place. So that's why I guess that's an important detail. It's all over the floor, by the way.
It didn't get absorbed by any big amount of clothes.
No, it just went straight on through. I mean, I don't even think the girl I don't think she was wearing panties or anything, to be honest, because with how much she peed herself, that was a lot. Like, it would cover, like, a good amount of square footage. Yeah. But anyways, you know, this lady's just rambling how she needs to pay the bill, and then she can't pay the bill, and she starts walking away, so this is where we have to get involved, get security coming.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm trying to talk to her like, "Hey, miss, you just want to take a seat here?"
We're trying to throw a towel at her or something.
I mean, I want to, you know. At this point, I'm like, "You fuck yeah." But you know, she sits down at one of our cushion benches, and it's gonna absorb more pee on her.
No.
So she's just like tracking it everywhere, like a new dog in the house. You know? I'm like, all right, at least she's sitting down. She's not walking away because we can't technically chase guests or anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but. Luckily, she sat down, so I'm just trying to talk to her and distract her.
Right.
While security comes over.
Don't move. Listen, you're going to be euthanized very shortly. Just don't move.
You literally, I'm like, okay, hey, you missed. You just
tend the rabbits,
here. Let me go get you some water. Yeah, literally. Hey, lady. But so anyways, you know, I'm watching her sit here, and finally security comes after like fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they're talking to her and stuff, trying to get her out of here, trying to make her pay. They force a card out of her. Make her pay.
That's like, Vegas for you.
Do you want to trespass her? I'm like, I don't want her back here again. Hell yeah, bro. Get her out of here. So they take a picture of her, send her off her way. She's not allowed at Caesars anymore. So shout out to Piss Lady, I guess, for giving me a fun time.
All right. A Piss Lady. I love that.
Yeah, Piss Lady.
For the record, too, you know, I feel like there's a lot of people when someone in the hospitality industry or tech or, you know, even like TSA stuff, they think they're so cool when they refuse the picture. And it's like, no, I want to protect my identity. I don't want to take the picture. Listen, when you go to Las Vegas, there are literally zillions of cameras on you at any moment in time, okay? It's literally just us being nice and just asking you, hey, may we take a picture of you? We already have your face scanned literally dozens of times the moment you walk into a facility.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should update you guys on this, but I just found this out. So the cameras that any property has here in Vegas, you might, like Caesar's Palace, it's super old. It's back from the 60s. But their cameras are updated for sure. And I didn't know this. They got facial recognition on every single camera that you can put your eyes on. So if you think you're getting away with something, you're not. And that blew my mind. I just found this out like 2 weeks ago.
You know, and the part that's real funny, too, is that a lot of people, when they get banned from a certain property, and they think that they can get away by going to, like, another property that they think is unrelated. So, for example, if you get banned from, like, I don't know, Vegas casinos as a whole, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. You're a menace, bro. I don't know. You're literally, you're a menace. But if you think you can get away with it by going to another property, you may also be sorely mistaken because all the properties are run by chains. So, like, even if Caesar's Palace, you may not know this, they also own a ton of other properties. So they'll own Paris, they'll own Flamingo, they'll own this. They're all the security systems are all tied together. So if you try to be slick, if you try to rob a bank, hypothetically, or rob a casino, hypothetically, don't go to the sister properties to hide out, because they'll find you.
Learn your layout first. Learn the layout.
Scope out Vegas a little bit more. Okay? I'm not encouraging crime, but if you need a defense attorney, I got you.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Adam Vanderheyden, DUI doctor.
There you go. Right. Shout him out. Cool guy.
Speaking of that, I know that Vegas is super small, and timing is like really of the essence. Sometimes like we don't understand what's going on, but the world just kind of ties us together. And like, so there was an instance where
I was like, I knew where this
I knew this is going. Yeah, so to add some context, right? Vegas is a very creative city. We're rivaling. I think for sure we're going to be better than what Hollywood does. But at the moment, still Vegas is pretty young for productions. So I had a production where I was working with a client and we needed to shoot this courtroom commercial. And so obviously my bro Austin comes in, courtroom commercial.
Yeah,
it was for an attorney DUI doctor, hence for DUIs. And then like happenstance, I mean, I don't know. I just end up referring him to you, and
literally, I go up to Marlon, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, I actually, I need a DUI. I need to talk to him."
I thought, like, this guy is acting really well. I'm like, dude, the camera stopped rolling. Like, the commercial was over.
It was method acting. I wanted to really know how it was like, so I actually got into a DUI
just for the commercial. That's
just for the commercial, just for me, so I could be like guy in pew number 12. So I just wanted to get a feel for it.
Right.
No, but what happened was while we're at the commercial, I go talk to Adam, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm actually going to need you here. And I don't know if he thought I was joking too, but he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. But then he comes back later, he's like, he gives me his card, and he's like, hey, just reach out to me anytime. So anyways, backstory, I got a DUI last year. I was with my ex at the time, and wanted to go a little super crazy for Valentine's Day. So this is
go hard to go home.
February 14th. What year is this? 2023.
Okay.
And was it? Yeah, February 14th, 2023.
I don't know, man. Dude, the way years are, they all mesh together, man. Could be 1995. I don't know.
But so I was. Don't ever do this. This was just this was me method acting, by the way.
Right.
So,
Allegedly,
yeah.
Just to throw that in front of everything.
Yeah. So what happened was, we were just having a good time and stuff, and then champagne and wine mixing together will get you really crazy at like 10 in the morning. So we're driving around town. I'm messed up. So I drive into the Harrah's parking lot, and it's the employee parking garage. I don't know how I ended up in there, but I'm like drunk and trying to figure it out because I'm trying to go to the link because we're trying to drink somewhere on the link, the thing. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way, but I'm trying to drive, and I get stuck somehow in the employee parking garage of Harrah's.
Yeah.
And I take a wrong turn, and I make like an extended right, and I'm stuck in between this gate, and there's like wooden pallets and like scrap metal.
Oh gosh.
And I'm like, dude, this is not a road. I'm stuck, and there's a gate in front of me.
You're literally in the back rooms
literally
of Vegas.
A back room of Vegas, and I'm stuck, and I'm like backing my car up, and I go poof, doosh, doosh, and I'm going back and forth. And I get out, and I'm doing one of these things like, trying to see where I'm at,
Right, trying to get your peripherals, and you're seeing like 5 cars and just one.
And then there's a staircase right above me, and security starts yelling at me. So I'm looking at them, and like, she's like, stop. You're gonna cause property damage. And
you were just like, for it.
Fuck it, I got it. You don't even worry about it. I hop back in the car. My ex, she was like passed out at the time too. I think she was asleep because she was a little messed up too. But anyways,
just the good old organ trade, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I keep going poof, and they call the cops on me. And then at this point, dude, I'm like, I got this down. I didn't do anything wrong.
Hangover levels of like confidence, bro. The confidence is just there.
That was my mind at the time. I'm just like, the confidence. I got it. I'm good. So the cop comes and makes me do the sobriety test, and I'm just like, I'm clearly not nailing it because I ended up going to jail. Yeah. But I'm like, I got this in my head. They're gonna let me go. And then I keep looking back at my girl, and then I'm like, I got this. Like, I know I'm good. And then, all of a sudden, they're like, all right, put your hands on the hood of the car. I'm like, gosh. Shit, dude, I didn't do so good, did I? So, I ended up going to jail that night. And the experience I had there was so weird. I'm in this holding cell. And the thing with jail,
Yeah.
You don't have any concept of time.
Right.
So the time you walk into the walls and everything, there's no clocks, there's no nothing. So I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, dude, what time is it? That's the only thing I remember. I'm like, dude, what time is it? I need to know. I'm like going crazy.
So obviously, no snacks, no way for you to like get over your hangover. Hangover fries.
My blood alcohol limit was way high, I guess, because it took me all night to bring it back down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just pretty much in a waiting room, and they pretty much wait for you to, check you in, put you into your holding cell. After only God knows how long I was sitting in there for. They put me into a holding cell with like 8 other dudes.
Yeah.
And immediately they're like, "Hey, yo, like, what you in for, bro?"
Oh,
I put on my white, real quick. I'm like, I just did a DUI. I'm not gonna be in here that long. I'm like, well, shit.
Oh, you didn't go in the other direction? You'd be like, oh, I just ate a man. I just ate his face.
Yeah, dude, no, dude. I'm like, butthole clenched, bro. There's signs all over the place talking about sexual abuse and shit.
Really?
Like, dude, my butthole is done, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the jail. You're not necessarily in the prison cell. So it's like, what? In the prison, you would have been destroyed.
Prison is over. Yeah, prison, I'm like, good thing we didn't go there. But even the jail, because that's why I was confused. I'm like, it's just jail. But, like, how fast are people getting horny in here? Like you haven't seen a woman in, 6 hours?
Is there a guard, like, right there? Or is the guard just go?
No. So yeah, the guard's gone. Like so when I'm in the holding cell, right? It's just it's a door with like a small glass window.
Yeah.
You can barely see out of it. It's got no peripheral view.
So it's not like the freaking Hollywood jails where you have like the straight up bars, and everyone can see, and you can see the guard the whole time. The guard's just like eating a donut or something.
No, literally, yeah. I wish it was like that. That'd be cool. I could bang my mug on the bars and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, I'm sitting in there and I'm like, well, shit, I got to get this alcohol out of my system.
Right.
So all the people are like, well, what you in here for? I'm like, man, just a DUI, sir. And then he's like, well, yeah, man, I was out here, I'm robbing and stealing. I messed up my baby mama and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, dude, hey, man. He's like, I've been in here for like 8 months, man. I was like, that's cool, bro. I'm about to get out of here right now.
This seems like a perfect time for a question.
Uh-oh.
Audience.
Uh-oh.
What is the most heinous, intense crime you've ever committed? Leave it in the comments. You know what? And you may have to censor your own comments. Or not. Who knows? Just demonetize us. I don't care. Anyways, baby. I'm curious. We need more juiciness. So, you know what? I might have one of you on here.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you might be behind bars the next day. But that's okay.
Yeah, we should turn this into, like, interviewing felons.
Dude, this is confession hour.
Yeah.
I literally I'm just a police informant. I'm just like, all right, we got him. Coming in. FBI, open up.
Yeah. But, I mean, pretty much all I did was I just was like, hey, time to lock in. So I just started doing, like, push-ups. I'm like Uncle Iro.
Started doing push-ups.
I started, getting in there. I'm just, like, getting worked out.
Mr. T vibes in here. You're like,
I had to, bro. I just had to start working out. Yeah. I was like, dude, I'm not doing nothing in here, bro. Yeah. So anyways, they come and check on you and stuff every now and then, make sure no one's, like, doing anything crazy.
But what we really got to ask is, like, could you take the guys there, dude?
Oh,
like, were they all together? Were they like?
So there was there was like about 8 guys.
Yeah, right. 8 guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, bro. I mean, I was fit, bro. There was like one like kind of buff dude. He was like Hispanic dude.
He's been in and out.
He's been you can tell, bro. Like he's been they all got the tattoos and stuff. I don't got tattoos like that, bro. One of them had like the teardrops and stuff, and I'm like, okay. He would have been the one I would have been like, but
or was he just doing it for a rap video? Who knows? Because these actors,
he had me fooled, bro. I mean, I was a little
poor Drizzy. He's acting, but we love him. I don't care. Drake with the melodies and when he act tough. I like both of them.
You can't be both.
Yeah, but some of them, they're really about that life. So
some of them are. I didn't want to find out. I was like, I'm not gonna be in here that long. So I said, y'all don't mind me. I'm just gonna be in the corner doing little push-ups and
little push-ups. And you excuse yourself too.
Yeah. I said, excuse me, boys. I'm gonna go over here.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
But I love that. So with that being said, we're going to be right back. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Really fun, really unique episode. I will see y'all in a bit. Commercial break. Bam. And welcome back, guys. Midnight Musings Podcast. Back again. All right, Austin. So we were talking about, for those of you that weren't listening before, we were talking about his madness in a jail cell in Las Vegas. It's totally not what you imagine your movie jail cell in. But I mean, wrap it up for us for a little bit. I mean, your thoughts Any regrets? I don't know. Tell us.
I don't drink and drive anymore. That was the last time I don't drink and drive. That's it.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. Well, I don't even drink anymore, but that was just that was the nail in the coffin, quite literally, for it. So, like I said, it's just it was crazy, bro. Just because you always you look at people that go to jail, you're like, that'll never be me.
Right. Oh, it's those people.
yeah. And then, oh shit, that's me. I'm one of those people now. So, it was pretty funny, but, I get to laugh it off because, like I said, shout out to Adam. He's awesome, super cool guy. Handled my case super quick. And like I said, man, I got the white pass, bro. I got off scot-free. I didn't have anything, man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, dude.
Hey, we were going to cancel now.
Yeah. I have to flex it, I'm at least acknowledging it,
Right.
So.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting, we made it through one of your stages in life, bro, making it out of jail free,
Free my boy Austin, free my the bean, yo.
I was about to put up signs, right? I was about to fight the whole system.
Hell yeah, bro.
But, other part of going back to what we started with, right? Living in Vegas is kind of weird. There's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories. I mean, even just as a whole, right? I mean, we live in Nevada. Everyone talks about Nevada being Area 51 and all this kind of stuff. There is a random actually there's quite a few random ghost towns in Nevada. People think are haunted. A lot of people don't even know that hotel rooms themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Or hotels as a whole, are haunted. So, I mean, nowadays, you're definitely on the Strip a lot more than me. This facility's on the Strip, but I don't actually venture into the hotels pretty often. I mean, What have you come across? What have you heard? I mean, is there any truth to it, or is it just people making stuff up? Bro?
Okay, I mean, if we want to go this way, bro, I mean, I've heard,
is Vegas paranormal or not, bro? Let me know.
Vegas is paranormal, for sure. I mean, if we want to go to the paranormal side of things, definitely there's some freaky stuff going on. Have you ever been to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum?
Put on your blankies, y'all. You know what? I have not. No, I've heard about it, but I didn't even know it was in Vegas, to be honest.
Gimmicky or not, I definitely got possibly possessed.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because there was so if you ever go to the Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. They got some crazy things in there. Like I said, I don't know how much of it is real, how much of it is not. They have the Dybbuk, the Dybbuk box?
Okay.
The Jewish thing here where it's super possessed.
So if y'all haven't seen, just to give y'all a visual, Hellraiser, they have these strange kind of puzzle pieces or archaic, and they have certain movements and stuff, right? That's believed, at least in Jewish lore, that it contains spirits, demons, and things inside of it, and then obviously it's sealed away.
Shout out
and
to
if
the
you
Jews.
Open it up, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Not sponsoring this post though, but if you'd like, feel free to sponsor this post.
Oh yeah, sponsor, baby.
Yeah.
But so at the end of this thing, I can't remember specifically, but there's the setup, and they tell you don't go in the room if you feel like you're going to be vulnerable to the spirit or the demon or whatever.
How would I know if I feel that I'm going to be vulnerable?
I don't know, but
I'm
I'm the pure definition of curiosity killed a cat. I'm I don't know, bro. Let's find out. I don't know. Let's see if I'm vulnerable.
All right.
So there's the room, and it's the demon under the stairs, or a shadow demon or something. So I walk in the room. And I see they kind of have this thing here, and it's the possession of the demon, or the representation of it. And
so it's is it a painting or something?
No. So it's I can't remember. It was kind of a setup of what Zach has seen in his dreams, I guess. Because that was the thing.
Right.
It was how he's seen it. So I walk in the room. I feel a little weird. I'm I don't know. I think I'm vulnerable. I'm going to get out now. Right. So I walk out. And I'm whatever, this is fine.
Yeah.
So, anyways, afterwards, we have a, good rest of the day. This was with the family.
Okay.
And then I go back home, go to sleep.
Nice, wholesome family activity.
It's crazy.
Let's go find some demons today. This is white person activity, bro.
Oh, yeah, baby. You know how we do it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we go in, whatever, come back out, going home, go to sleep. 3 consecutive nights, this shadow figure demon possesses me in my dreams through sleep paralysis.
Oh, geez, okay.
So it visits me into my room 3 consecutive nights, and it never did anything, but it was the exact figurine. It was crazy, the exact figure. It was this big black beast. It looked hairy.
Wow.
I mean, it stood I remember it kind of coming into the doorway, and it had a kind of bend down and come up, and sleep paralysis sucks.
Contorting and everything.
Yeah, literally, like, it had to come on through, and it was like watching me. It didn't do anything. It didn't touch me at all.
Yeah.
But it did the same thing for 3 nights. It just came into the room, watched me, and left.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like, I don't know, I smell bad or something, but it didn't want me.
So do you think it was that specific, like, the staircase environment that you were in, or do you think it was any other, like, areas that, may have influenced you, or it was just that?
I don't know, because like certain objects, cause or create certain reactions, right?
Right.
According to each lore.
Right.
So like, I would have assumed maybe I could have probably assumed maybe it was just the whole presence of everything.
Right.
Going in there, and then that was like the hay what is it, the needle that broke the hay that broke the camel's back, I don't know,
expression, something
like that,
but I know
something like that.
I know my weird audience is probably not a stranger to like sleep paralysis stuff. I'm not a stranger to that stuff either, so it's like, it's very interesting when you have something that triggers that. I mean, so okay, you've encountered this weird stuff in Vegas, like, what did you do to try to like counter it? Or were you just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to bed the next night. Hopefully it's not there, and if it's there, it's
literally
there.
Bro, that was it. That's
exactly it.
I mean, like, I was thinking about it, but like, honestly, like, what I did, because like I was nervous the first night. I'm like, okay.
Right.
The first night I was like, maybe it was just a one-time thing. Right. So I go to sleep again, and then I'm like, it fucking comes again. I'm like, oh my god. So the second time I woke up, that's when I started getting
demons like,
out.
Hey, so like, what are we like?
Yeah, I was like, dude,
can I move in? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, come on, big boy, No, I was like tripping out. So the second night is what got me, because I'm like, I've had a few instances with consecutive dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
But with this kind of like level of like sleep paralysis and everything, it was freaky. So the third night, I just couldn't sleep. So I was like,
were you like anticipating it? You were like, you know what, it's probably coming.
I broke out the Holy Bible. I was like, no, I was ready. So
you didn't get the cameras, bro? You should have gone the cameras.
No, I did not want. I was not ready to see it. I was like, I did not want to capture anything. I'm like, hell no cameras. Yeah. So I mean, I was like reading the scriptures and stuff. I'll say the prayers, and then it came back again. Well, I couldn't go to sleep, so I had to take some NyQuil, like Helen, just overdose, knock myself out. Okay. I'm like, maybe if I just sleep through it completely.
As long as you don't take the Benadryl, because then you see the Hat Man.
Yeah, I don't want the Hat Man. The Hat Man and this big hairy demon, man. I'm screwed, bro. I'm going to get gangbanged by these two demons, bro. But, so it woke me up through my NyQuil sleep, and it did the exact same thing again, came in the room, and then left, and then the fourth night came around. And like, it's just like hard for me to even like comprehend. I didn't want to tell anybody, because like I'm just like, I don't know, I don't want to sound crazy at the time, but dude, I was like going crazy. So the fourth night happened, and nothing came through. I was guzzling NyQuil at this point. I'm like, my plan was just to sedate myself hard.
If I die before the next night, then the demon won't get me.
Yeah, he can't get me if I'm gone. My spirit's gone, bro. But I sedated myself heavily. I'm like, okay, the NyQuil worked. I just have to drink like a whole bottle of NyQuil a night. I'm like, this is fine, we'll do this. But, as the time went on, like, kind of, like, it just went away and it never came back. So, thank you for not bothering me anymore. Right? I think we're cool, so we dapped up. And
it was just a temp, bro.
That was it. Yeah, he was just trying to flex. I'm like, okay, cool, I know you're real, bro. I respect that. I respect you. I got you, but,
So this raises another question, so for my lovely audience. So, if you guys have ever encountered, paranormal activities, drop down your weirdest experience in the comments.
Drop it down.
I've always experienced a lot of paranormal stuff, but funny enough, being around certain spaces, it didn't trigger it. So like I went to, was it Maryland or DC? I think it was in the DC area, and around that area there is the staircase where they filmed The Exorcist.
Oh, no
like
way.
Actual Exorcist, yeah, and that's like the famous staircase where the priest falls and all that kind of stuff. And
I didn't know that was there.
Simply because of. Not that was a haunted place before, before the set, I'm sure it was just a regular place.
Yeah.
But because of the concentrated energy, people putting their minds into, let's make this scary thing, that actors and actresses started experiencing real paranormal stuff.
I feel you on that.
And so
put the energy to it.
Right, they put the energy to it, and obviously because of like the cultish following that followed through, the energy stayed concentrated within there, right? Yeah. So if you guys are kind of, if you're a little witchy or whatever, you're a little esoteric, like they call that tulpas, basically, where a whole bunch of minds, they put their energy into one thing, and because there's a kind of a consistent vibe to that thing, it creates that image. Right. So it's kind of interesting.
Like snowballs the energy into like manifesting.
Right. So basically, you have this empty space, you have dark energy around it, and the demon is, I don't know what shape or looks a certain way, and it's like, oh, everyone's thinking about this one type of creature, let me just turn into that creature, right? That's what they're afraid of, so I'm that, right? So, basically, that's the premise behind it. I was there, I went to the staircase, and I was just like, I don't feel anything, which is weird, because I usually always have a lot of paranormal activity, and then when I actually, unfortunately enough, I like on purpose go to look for him, like, all right, come on. Give me a little something. I'm ready. And nothing came. And I was like, oh, all right. That's a little anticlimactic. But, continuing off of like Vegas, just weird in general. I mean, have you experienced anything, I guess, on property?
I mean, not necessarily paranormal.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I...
Really, I don't know if this person's just weird or if they're possessed.
Well, this was a weird encounter. So this is a glory hole story, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me explain this. I've told this story.
I didn't know your place was like that.
Well, I didn't know it was like that either. So this is the situation. So I'm going... So this is when I was a host at the time. I was just hosting.
Okay.
And it was like 1 a.m. I'm done with my shift. I'm ready to walk out, but... Right. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick before
I that's still
out.
Like rookie hours in Vegas, okay? 1 a.m. is like, you're fine, dude. Like, we're open 20%.
Things are fine, you would think. So I'm going to the bathroom, right? And I go down, there's like this escalator, and it's all the guest bathrooms. Okay. It's like the nicer bathrooms that you go to.
Nice.
And me, I'm a selfish asshole. I go all the way down. I take the big handicap stall because I like the big one. If you don't use it, exactly. If there's a wheelchair that rolls up, sorry, buddy, I'm handicapped.
Right.
But so I'm going in the bathroom. I'm doing my thing. Now, mind you, they just polished the floors, right?
Okay.
So I'm sitting down doing my business. I'm like, man, these floors are super reflective. I'm looking around. I'm like, okay.
That's what I love about being in Vegas. I mean, can you imagine just like a regular city? They don't have like housekeepers in the middle of the night and doing this kind of stuff.
No.
Those would be disgusting.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
If we didn't have maintenance... in the nighttime, bro, every hotel would look just disgusting.
We got maids making pretty good money out here, I would assume. Maybe I'm speaking out of place.
Shout out to all the housekeepers, all the maintenance people, bro.
That's a tough job, man. Yeah. So, you guys polished those floors too damn well that night. So I'm sitting down, I'm doing my number 2 business, I'm on the phone.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden this guy... Out of all the empty stalls, this is like a row of like 10, 15 stalls.
Yeah.
All empty.
Resort bathrooms are freaking big. There's just rows and rows and rows
of them. This guy pulls up and sits right into the stall next to mine. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird, buddy. But anyway, so I'm on the phone. I'm trying to finish my business and stuff. And the guy, I can see him pull down his pants. I'm like, this guy's not shitting. He's jerking off. You can see.
Oh no!
I can see the motion. I can see him in the reflection
of my proximity.
Yeah, literally, bro. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. I'm trying to pinch it off now. I'm like trying to get out of here.
Maybe your fears is what was driving him. He was like, yes, he's probably sweating right now.
Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, I was intimidated. I'm like, what the? I've never had this before.
I mean, talk about intimidation tactic, bro. Just a guy trying to square up with you, or a guy just jerking himself right next to you, and he's like,
he's horny in the situation. I feel it. Yeah, he's like, I mean,
you have fear, don't you?
I gotta get that down, bro, because that's the new tactic. But so I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get done. Now, before I even finish wiping and everything, the guy, I can see him.
Yeah.
He faces the stall, and there's a little, there's toilet paper dispenser, and it's a shared cutout. So if you were to,
what do you mean shared cutout?
So so there's toilet dispensers on both sides of the stall wall, but it's a shared wall.
Okay.
Apparently you can take these toilet paper rolls off, and it creates just a complete hole to go through the other side.
No.
I didn't know this at the time, so I'm like, what the hell?
This is a safety failure.
Dude, I'm scared. I felt like a kid. I was like, man, this uncle molesting me, bro. I'm like, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm pulling up my pants.
Not the diddler, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to get diddled out here, bro. So I'm like out here pulling my pants up. I'm getting out of here. I'm like, that was the weirdest time. That was the weirdest shitting experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
So anyways, days, weeks go on, and then one of the old workers that used to work at Vanderpump, he's gay, and he's into doing some freaky stuff. I guess gays call it cruising. I didn't know this was a thing, but it's pretty much like you go and you pretty much just meet up at public places.
Okay.
And you guys finish each other
do
off.
It in public places?
Do your public places.
Jeez, man, I thought cruising was just driving a car. Now I know.
Yeah, dude. So now when you
the more you know.
Now if your homie says I'm going on a cruise, be like, oh,
right?
I'm
gonna start second thinking that, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you going on a ship? Or are you going in the middle of nowhere?
So, anyways, we're talking. I hear him over talk about like, this is a cruising spot.
Okay.
And I'm like, cruising? What does that mean? He's
where's
like,
the boat, y'all?
Yeah, he's like, no, like this is a hookup spot.
Oh, okay.
Downstairs. I'm like, downstairs? What do you mean? Like, where downstairs? Like in the employee area or in the? He's like, in the bathroom. And the end of the stall, there's a big handicap stall. And I'm like,
that's your stall, bro.
I got PTSD immediately. I'm like, no.
So he was trying to make contact with you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
So I was like, oh my god, someone
At this
was trying
point,
to.
I think I would prefer the demon, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I put it together. I'm like, someone was trying to put their dick through that hole.
Oh no!
I was like, what the hell? So yeah, long story short, there is a bathroom downstairs that don't ever use it past a certain hour. I'd assume. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah,
or use it. Here's a $5 entry fee.
Yeah, I'm not judging. Or use it, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? I'm just trying to monetize, bro.
Yeah, if you can put some money in the machine, yeah, why not? Huh? Yeah, so.
I got a willing participant here. $5 for you, $5 for you, and I'll put a little timer here. You got 30 seconds, and make it quick.
Make it quick, buddy. Yeah. So scary. That was scary. That was scarier than the demon in the staircase.
Right, because I mean, demon in the staircase. Listen,
look.
According to lore, there's a lot of things you can do to ward it off. It never touched you, but this
I couldn't pray that dick away, bro.
This guy was tangible, bro. He was right there. Like, can you imagine if you just decided just to crawl up, bro? Just like, I don't. Have you seen the movie Legion? It's like an early 2000s movie.
I can't remember.
It was like one of these like apocalyptic movies, right? And so basically like the whole town got possessed by demons.
Okay.
Because there was like this archangel or whatever. And they had beef with another archangel that like broke down.
Yeah.
And there was this grandma, and then the grandma like
starts crawling on the walls.
Yeah, bro. Can you imagine, bro? You're just there using the bathroom. This guy just crawling up. Hey.
Dick out and everything, bro. Like,
fully erect. You want somebody?
Bro, I don't know how I'd even react to that situation, bro. It's just... Yeah, I'd have to try to claw on the walls, too, to assert dominance.
Right, you assert dominance, right?
Yeah. I'd probably get hard, dude, just out of, like, confidence. I'd have to, like, gotta like, square up with
freaking adrenaline, injection.
Yeah, adrenaline straight up to the dick, bro. I'm like, you want to crawl on the walls, be hard, me too, bro. Yeah, so...
I think that jail cell got you, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm paranoid, bro. I'm like... What'd you say, bro? You call me pretty, bro?
Right. Dude, that's freaking insane. I think that's the madness of what we live in. I mean, Vegas is incredibly fun.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, it could be also incredibly boring. I mean, we have some pretty nice retiree homes in areas where you won't have any of this nonsense. But
pray for a boring life.
Yeah, right? Pray for a boring life or not. It could all change. It's all like a 20-minute drive away. That's the other thing about Vegas, too. Like, people assume that it's a big city. It's like LA. It's absolutely nothing like LA. And that's why everyone runs to come here. Don't come here anymore. We're tired of you making our traffic horrible.
Our prices are going up, and I don't want any part of that. I want to be able to buy a house soon, guys. So please,
go back to your land.
Go back to where you came from.
Anyways,
hat real quick.
Right, put on the hat real quick. Yeah, you new around here, partner.
Yeah. Come on, boy.
I mean, but we'll know who's a local and who's not. Just how they say Nevada. Or Nevada.
Don't say Nevada. When you come into Vegas, don't say Nevada.
If you say Nevada...
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Listen, I hope the demon and I hope the toilet paper guy come after you. So
Yeah. There's like loyal guy who's going to get you in your sleep. The demon's going to come to you in the bathroom. How about that?
Yeah. So long story short, I mean, obviously, respect any place that you go into. This is obviously... vacation land for millions of people, but it's actually our home. Like, we actually live here. Like, we actually don't want to see it be a disgusting mess. So next time, try not to pee all over the tables or throw up. Or at least go ahead and do that. I don't know. In your bathroom in your hotel that you pay for, and then don't forget to clean up after it, or tip your housekeeper very, very nicely. But anyway, so this has been fun, man. Any final words that you would tell your audience listening, if you could say anything to your audience, whether it's serious or funny, please let them hear it. They're dying to hear it right now.
Hitler was right, guys.
Oh my gosh, bro. and we're demonetized. Thank you for watching Midnight Musings Podcast. See you next time. Comments, questions for my boy here. His info is going to be linked as well. And catch you next time.